explore the SonarCloud integration into your Android project. So in our previous tutorial, we have seen the basic integration, like we have created a SonarCloud account, and also we try to configure GitHub repo with the SonarCloud. So I'll just quickly show you the things over here. So sonarcloud.io, if we go there, then you can clearly see the yes, this is the project. In our previous tutorial, which is displayed on the screen, I have clearly explained you how to integrate our GitHub repo with this particular Sonar Cloud. And if you have not watched that particular tutorial, I am providing the link in the description section below and also in the comment section. You can find the link for that particular tutorial, and I suggest you to get started by watching that particular tutorial so that you get a basic knowledge about Sonar integration. And the next thing what I want to clearly clarify you here is like Sonar Cloud and Sonar Cube are the two ways of implementing Sonar Scan in your project. So don't get confused. And in these particular two tutorials, the previous one and this one, I am going to show you Sonar Cloud integration into your Android project. So what does Sonar Cloud do and what does Sonar Cube do? Both the things do the same, like they will help you scan your repository and find out the issues and publish them in form of a report so that you can fix them. And mostly this is how the reports are being generated, and these reports, all the things will be trying to cover in the next part of the tutorial. The very important step is to how to get till this particular step, right? So that is the most crucial thing, and most of you might be facing issues. So in our previous tutorial, we have done with the creation of an account, and the main important thing is in this part of the tutorial where you try to connect your project with SonarCloud. So here you need to create this particular folder structure, that is like .github, inside which you need to have workflows as a folder, and sonar.yml. This is the file we have created, and again I have named it like sonar.yml, but in real time the file name won't be sonar.yml. And this particular sonar.yml is nowhere related directly to the Sonar, but why we are using this particular file is like I just wanted to integrate Sonar Scan as a part of GitHub Actions. So here GitHub Actions I'm using in this particular project. So as a part of GitHub Actions, I wanted to add Sonar Scan as one of the job. So there will be multiple jobs in GitHub Actions. Sonar Scan is a one of the job here, and that's why we are configuring Sonar Scan in this particular YML file, or else there will be a separate file which you could see here like Sonar project properties that we'll be using and try to configure Sonar with our project. But yeah, I'll be also explaining this particular file and its usage. But let's get started with this particular file quickly and try to wind up this particular tutorial. So here name Sonar Cube Scan. I just wanted to have Sonar Scan integration in this particular file, so I have named it. So you can just name it according to your project requirement. And on, so when we need to trigger GitHub Actions, so when GitHub Action needs to trigger automatically or based on any particular button click or like that flow, so those things we'll be covering here. So whenever you try to push a branch onto your GitHub repository, then GitHub Actions will be automatically get triggered and the jobs are being implemented. So on pushing of a branch, and here we have specified main branch, so this is a default branch for most of the repositories. And here if you notice, we have also added star here. Star is nothing but any branch. So if I push any branch, then the GitHub Actions should get started. So this is again just for the tutorial purpose I have added, but in real time never add any branch over here. Just try to be specific on which particular branches you want to run the Sonar scan. So basically people try to run on prod branches, I mean production branches, or some even try to run on development branches because they don't want to waste much time in production things. Again, it's completely depending upon your requirement, your workflow. And here the second case is like a pull request. So I just don't want the Sonar scan on every push. I only want them to be implemented on a pull request. So whenever your teammate raise a pull request, then the Sonar scan should start automatically. So in that particular view, you can configure your pull request here. And the third one is like workflow dispatch. So this is again like a manual way of triggering a job. So you just don't want APK to directly reach the Play Store. You just wanted a button. When you tap on this particular button, then the APK should go to the Play Store, because you just want to have some control on the flow. Similarly, you can also implement this for Sonar scan. Whenever you click a particular button, you just wanted to run the Sonar scan and not automatically, like one job after the other. And again, it's completely your wish which particular flow you want to choose. And here the jobs here. So as we have clearly said, the Sonar Cube scan is the main job for this particular tutorial, which runs on the Ubuntu latest. And the steps are like, first of all, check out the code from the GitHub repo which was provided at the time of integration. And next thing is like configuring the JDK version, and most of the people might face the issues in this particular aspect as well. So the Java version which you are using in your local project might be deferred on the cloud one. So just try to adjust them so that there won't be any issue in the cloud front. And here you can also specify the JDK distribution and cache Gradle dependencies. So this particular step is useful whenever you wanted to speed up the workflow. So whenever you're trying to run this in multiple scenarios, then having a cache of your Gradle dependencies is a better option. Whenever the dependencies of a similar version, I mean to say same version, are being detected, then this particular step will be much more faster, making your GitHub actions run faster, and which will reduce the overall time. So this is a Gradle dependencies. We are making a cache over here. And the next step is the building project. So after all these steps, like these are the basic configurations, we need to get the code, we need to have a proper Java version, we need to have the proper dependencies in hand, and then the next step is like a building the project. So as a developer, you will be very much familiar with all these steps, but all these steps to be scripted properly here so that the GitHub actions. And again, don't get confused, Sonar scan is not only used with GitHub action, but there are various other integrations as well, like Jenkins or GitLab. I mean, different platforms are available. In this part of the tutorial, we are dealing with GitHub actions, so we are covering in this way. And just let me know in the comment section below if you are looking for any other implementation. I will surely try to help you in that. And okay, after building the project, here you can find the warning mode all, so that you can find out the basic warnings or the errors which stop you from performing this particular job. So while you're trying to implement these things in the initial stages, definitely your build will fail or you'll get some sort of issues. So to get to know the issues in detail, it's a better practice to add a warning mode all, and again you can just remove it or comment down if you don't want it to go to further stages. Okay, and the final thing is run Sonar Cube scan. So this is the most important step, and here we are trying to run this particular command Gradle Sonar Cube here, and this requires these properties. So the first one is the URL. So as we are going through the SonarCloud, so we have specified sonarcloud.io, and login. This is the Sonar token. and the token is the most important aspect, and the next one is the project key and organization. So in an organization you may have multiple projects. So for those multiple projects the organization name might be the same but the project key will be different. Okay, so just make sure this particular thing. And here if you can see I have just specified a wrong project key, and never ever specify a wrong project key. If you have specified a wrong project key, then the scan will not be a successful one. And of course when you enable warning mode, right, you can clearly see that error displayed over there. And also the Sonar token, this is also the most important one. This will help you to get connected in the first place, then only these all things will get into action. Okay, and Sonar branch name I have just commented it down because it's an optional thing, because we have added double star over here, so any branch will get triggered. And in the real time if you just wanted the Sonar branch also, you can just make use of a reference so that the GitHub current branch will be picked up. And if you are facing any issue in that, just let me know in the comment section below. I will provide you a detailed code in the description section below, and also I'll provide the link in the comment section as well. You can find the detailed code in androidcoding.in, so you need not type this code as this part of the tutorial. I'll provide you the code link. This is the biggest task of this particular tutorial, creating this particular sonar.yml file. I hope you are very much clear line by line in this particular implementation. And just make sure token, project key and organization are exactly the same which you see in the SonarCloud console. So I hope you found this tutorial interesting, and if you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Android.